It is Tuesday, October 8th, and I thought I'd just string together all the videos, the drones from this past weekend, and then also remind myself what I've been up to. So since the August overview, I've aerated, topsoil and seeded, added some more topsoil in spots, planted that little river birch you see there, and then I seeded and spiked again, I guess about 3 weeks after the first seed and spike. So as I fly around here, we can see the river birch that I put in, and you can see a hose back there with the what do they call those things? Drip with the drip hose. Okay. So we got a drip hose there, trying to water right on the roots like they told me to do. And the goal of all this topsoil and seeding was to smooth out those back edges and also smooth out there's like this depression. There's this depression as we go back, almost like the soil settled. There's a depression there near that flag. It's tough to see on the drone, I guess, maybe a little bit, but yeah, you can kind of see how it's sunken in there. So I was trying to smooth that. And you can see here how I seed it and then spiked. I was told to seed and then spike. So I seed it and then ran the spiker over, and you can see some seeds and the spike marks. And for this one, I just seed it, and I spiked the whole thing, but I seed it in spots, and where it needed it the most. So, I mean, the thing doesn't look bad. I'm just going for perfection here. And now let's see what I do. So it generally doesn't look bad, but you'll see as we go back in the middle where I had the skid steer. We made some marks, so I've got some seed there, and I've spiked it. And that area always gets really wet. It must be like a lower area. That gets really wet. And then the lawnmower, the tires skid, and it makes it worse. I've had trouble growing grass in this little section, so I'm always paying attention to it. All right, so now I'm going in the back where I dug up a lot of crabgrass, and as it turns out, that just wasn't necessary to do. I mean, the stuff just dies out, so I really didn't need to dig it all up for the sake of putting dirt in. But the goal was to do this area a little bit better in a different way than I'm doing the front. There's that front strip next to the driveway where there's a lot of crabgrass, and I just let the crabgrass ride. But this section, I removed the crabgrass, put down new topsoil, seed it, and then I waited a couple weeks and I spiked and seeded. So it doesn't feel too, it feels smooth kind of driving over it. All this too is to smooth out the whole yard. I'd really like it for just to be really smooth when you roll the lawnmower over it. And then of course, then when you play and run and kick the balls, I just wanted to be like super fun. So honestly, now that I've done this, that doesn't look bad to me. Grass is going to grow there, and that should be really good, either in a couple weeks. I just think 1 year from now, everything should be in place. It'll be like just fantastic. Just takes time for the grass to grow, and just have to be patient with it. But it works. The process works. Let's see if I go around the planter box here. I think I do. I had cut down the roses because they didn't look good, and now they're coming back and they look half decent. Maybe all I had to do was add fertilizer. I don't know. We need to make that planter a little bit more robust. I'm working on it. We got some Halloween decorations with the scarecrow and the hay. It's just kind of trying to be cute. Some more decorations up there on the porch. I'd moved some plants around in the garden. There's a couple small purple things in there. We don't like a crowded garden, so I tried to declutter it. And I don't have a before and after here, but it's a lot less cluttered than it had been. And as things grow out, it should look all right. So that's the lay of the land there. Grass had been growing where I seeded 3 weeks ago, and so I figure in 3 weeks all this stuff will be grown in. And, oh yeah, it's another thing. I'm not going to water every day like I did last time. I feel like I overwater, actually, or I could be. So the ground's like damp just from morning dew and from cooler temperatures. So I'm going to see if less water is better. Time will tell. Okay, here we're landing, so